Greetings, everyone. This is J.Manju from Tech Multi-Tech of Rangarajan at Sakanthala Engineering College, Department of IT. So, in this video, we are going to cover the introduction of cloud computing. Cloud computing is saving the data or using other resources provided by the service provider rather than using our own. These service providers are the one who offers cloud services. Some of the example of service providers are Amazon, IBM, Microsoft, etc. Why we are not preferring using our own resources other than using other service providers? I'm going to give you an example of scenario. In 2017, Chennai experiences flood and most of the companies lost their data and resources because many companies were flooded. If they have used service providers to store their data in cloud, they must have saved their data. These service providers will store the data in multiple server and in multiple location. So the data loss will be near to none. Cloud computing enables enterprises to use computing resources as utility rather than building and maintaining in-house computing infrastructure. So, what are the advantages of using cloud computing, sir? First one is it eliminates capital expenses. We don't have to build or install any server or buy our own resources. So this will eliminate our capital expenses. Second one is enhanced collaboration. We can work with other companies or other parties using the same resources. Third one is automatic software updates. We don't have to pay or update software manually. Fourth is flexible, agile, scalable, and reliable. We can use it anywhere and anytime. Does cloud computing only focus on data? The answer is no. It is the delivery of computing services such as servers, provides an alternative to the on-premises data center. With the on-premises data center, we have to manage everything. This everything includes such as purchasing and installing hardware, virtualization, installing the OS, and any other required applications, setting up the network, configuring the firewall, and setting up storage for data. After doing all the setup, we become responsible for maintaining it throughout its entire life cycle. But if we choose cloud computing, then we don't have to manage it. The service provider or the vendor who are providing us the service will take care of everything. Some cloud providers are IBM Cloud, Amazon Web Service, VMware, Google Cloud Platform. The cloud environment provides an easily accessible online portal that makes handy for the user to manage the compute, storage, network, and application resources. The advantages of using the cloud computing is first one is mainly is cost. It reduces the huge capital cost of buying hardwares and softwares. Second is speed. The cost and spend money to maintain it since it will take care of by the service provider. Speed resources can be accessed in minutes, typically within a few clicks. Scalability. One day we may be requiring 1 TB of data, next day we may be requiring 2 TB based on our requirements. We can request and avail. This is the scalable. So we can increase or decrease the requirements of resources according to the business requirements. Productivity. Since we don't have to manage hardware or software, we can use our IT team for other works and increase the productivity. While using cloud computing, we put less operational effort. We don't need to apply patching as well as no need to maintain hardware and software. So in this way, the IT team can be more productive and focus on achieving business goals. Next one is reliability. Since the service provider has multiple server and maintaining multiple copies, backup and recovery of data is less expensive and very fast. Last one is scalability. Many cloud vendors offer a broad set of policies, technologies, and controls that strengthens our data security. Types of cloud. The service providers gives three different types of clouds. First one is public, second one is private, and third one is hybrid. The public cloud, the cloud service that are owned and operated by the third party cloud service provider are termed as public clouds. It delivers computing service resources such as servers, storage, software over the internet. The examples of public clouds are Google Drive, which is a third party who is going to provide the services, provide their resources, such as example Google Drive, Google Sheets, then all other Google services, which can be shared among our peers. Second one is private cloud, the cloud computing resources that are exclusively used inside a single service. Single service, business or organization are termed as private cloud. A private cloud may be physically be located on the company's on-site data center or hosted by the third-party service provider. Examples of private clouds are it is used as a single organization within their network. The advantages are security, productivity, and easily customizable. The third one is hybrid. It is a combination of both public and the private cloud, which is bounded together by technology that allows data applications to be shared between them. Hybrid clouds provides flexible and more deployment option to the business. These types can be used for testing, usually for beta testing. Cloud deployment models. As I have mentioned before, there are types of clouds and cloud deployment models. There are three models, namely IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. IaaS is infrastructure as a service, PaaS platform as a service, SaaS is software as a service. So, for the infrastructure as a service, we can rent IT infrastructures like servers and virtual machines, storage, networks, operating system from the cloud service vendor. We can create VM running Windows or Linux and install anywhere we want it. So IaaS is basically virtual machine, disk machine, library, blogs and file-based storage, firewalls, load balancer, IP addresses, virtual local area networks, etc. IaaS includes these kind of things. Next is platform as a service. This service provides an on-demand environment for developing, testing, delivering, and managing software applications. The developer is responsible for the application, and PaaS vendor provides the ability to deploy and run it. Using PaaS, the flexible get reduced, but the management of the environment is taken care by the cloud vendors. So these PaaS includes operating system, programming language execution environment, database, web server, etc. And last one is SaaS, that is software as a service. It provides a centrally hosted and managed software service to the end users. It delivers software over the internet on demand and typically on the subscription basis. Basics example Microsoft, OneDrive, Dropbox, WordPress, etc. This SaaS includes application software to minimize the operational cost to maximize its extent. So these diagram represents the cloud deployment models and its control and the service providers who are all providing these services. IaaS has more control than PaaS and SaaS. Some service providers who offers SaaS are Gmail, Trello, Salesforce, CRM, even Pro, Office 365, Google Docs. PaaS are Heroku, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Google App Engine. Then IaaS are AWS Elastic Compute Cloud, that is EC2, Microsoft Azure, Google Compute Engine. We are going to see the main two characteristics of cloud computing, that is elasticity and on-demand provisioning. Elasticity is defined as the degree to which a system is able to adapt to workload changes by provisioning and deprovisioning resources in an automatic manner. So it is basically like It aims to matching the amount of resources allocated to the service with the amount of resources. It is actually requires to avoid over or under provisioning. Over provisioning is allocating more resources than required. That is, if I need 3 servers but the service provider allocated me with 4 servers, then it is considered as over provisioning. That is, I have more servers than I needed. Under provisioning, allocating fewer resources than required. If I need 3 servers, they allot me with 2 servers, then it is called under provisioning. So what does elasticity do is it will continuously monitor our requirements and provide us the service. If I need more requirement at that specific time, it will give me more requirement. If I need low requirement than demand, then it will provide me that. So it will be continuously monitoring our requirements. What are the disadvantages? Resource provisioning time. Elasticity takes time. It may take up to several minutes for acquired resources to be ready to use. Next one is monitoring elastic application, elasticity requirements, multiple levels of control. These are the disadvantages of elasticity. Next, one of the main characteristics of cloud computing is on-demand provisioning. The on-demand provisioning models provide an enterprise with the ability to scale computing resources up or down with the click of a button or an API call. This model is characteristics by 3 attributes: scalability, pay-per-use, and self-service. Scalability means application or infrastructure that can be expanded to increased load. Pay-per-use, metered service is a type of payment structure in which the customer has access to potentially unlimited resources but only pays for what they actually use. Self-service cloud computing is a form of private cloud service where the customer provisions storage and launches application without going through an external cloud service provider.